welcome back to my channel. Welcome on in, welcome back. My name is Sherelle. I do definitely have some newbies. I definitely saw my subscriber count go up, so thank you very much. My name is Sherelle. I do cruelty-free beauty and vegan lifestyle videos here on YouTube, and I had to take a little bit of a hiatus, if you guys haven't noticed, because I had a son. This video is going to be my labor and delivery video. I wanted to get this up a while back, but I really wanted to focus on my son and being a new mother. And for all of you guys that don't know, I had a beautiful baby son. I know there was a lot of people saying boy or girl, and I was definitely, from the beginning, team boy. But I wanted to focus on him. Today he is 6 weeks old, so hopefully I can get into a routine and be back like I was before, like I never left, right? But as of right now, I'm going to take you on back in time to let you guys know a little bit about my labor and delivery. Throughout my whole pregnancy, if you guys don't know, if you weren't here from the beginning, I suffered with hyperemesis gravidarum. I think I said it right this time. And it was such an exhausting process. If you guys want to see more about that, I'll link the video down below. So I was actually really surprised that I went to 40 weeks. I was pregnant for 40 weeks and 2 days. My original due date was February 24th, and I actually gave birth on February 26th. So that morning, I started to labor around 7 o'clock in the morning. I actually had no clue. I woke up originally to pee, and then I laid back down, and at 7 o'clock I got back up again, and it was a different story at that point. It was something, they call it nature's diarrhea. I think that's what it's called, right, Jay?
I think so, yeah.
They call it nature's diarrhea, and when I tell you it's nature's diarrhea, like, it kind of feels like you cannot stop. Like, oh my gosh, I have to stand up, I'm going to fill the toilet type of thing. Sorry if this is TMI. If you guys don't want to know about labor and delivery, just click on out. This isn't the video for you. But if you want to know how mine went, this is it. So around 7 o'clock, that's what happened. And I just wasn't feeling well. So I said, instead of getting back in bed, gross, I'm going to take a shower, and hopefully that will help me feel better. Around 8 o'clock in the morning, I felt a little different. I felt very tired. I actually woke up that morning feeling very tired from the beginning, very exhausted. Even though I slept an okay amount the night before, I still woke up feeling very exhausted. And funny enough, David actually had off of work. He had off on Monday and Tuesday. And 8 o'clock in the morning, I call him in the shower. I was washing, and I saw more of my mucus plug, and instead of it being like just the regular mucus plug that I've been seeing for a couple weeks now, it was actually something that they call bloody show. So it was mucus that had blood in it, and I knew it was game time when I saw that. I was in the shower for about 20 minutes, just getting the hot water on my back. And when I say hot water, I was cranking it because my back was hurting so incredibly bad. I can't even explain it. And I didn't realize I was in labor because it was back, and I never thought I would have back labor. And what was going on was actually back labor. David ended up calling our midwife to let her know what was going on, and she let us know to monitor how frequent the contractions were coming. And I wasn't sure if I was having a contraction or not because they were happening in my back. I don't know what front contractions feel like normal contractions, I guess you can say, because my stomach was never the portion of the body that was getting super tense until it was like active labor, when baby was coming out. So around 10 o'clock, David called the midwife. She said, monitor the contractions, see what's going on. And at that point, I was laying down in the bathroom on the floor. Completely out of character, not me, Sherelle on the floor, even though it's my own house. The bathroom obviously was clean. That's just not something I would do. But I was like, this is where it's going down. I have to lay down. So they monitored it. My contractions from the beginning were coming very fast. They were about they started off 4 minutes apart, and then it went to 2.5 minutes apart. And at that point, we knew to go to the the birthing center. So I called my sister, I let her know, and at that point I turned my phone over to them. I was like, I'm not taking phone calls, I'm not letting anybody know. You guys are the people, you're my liaison. So I was on the floor in the bathroom. I told David, please get the car ready, walk to Cuba, because it's time to go. So around 12:15 we got to the birthing center, and they put me in my room, or they put me in a room to get the initial exam. Oh, do you hear him? To do the initial exam, and they noticed that it was in so much pain, they just completely skipped the exam part and put me straight into the room. Now in the room they were letting me decide if I wanted to labor a little more on the toilet or get a bouncy ball. I chose the bouncy ball until my midwife was ready to come in and check my cervix and see how much I was dilated. So at that point, I want to say it was around 1 o'clock, and she came in to check my cervix. She let me know that I was 5 centimeters dilated, and I can get in the tub. So they ran the tub, pretty warm water. I believe they said it couldn't be too high. I want to say it was around like 98 degrees, 100 degrees, the water, which felt really good. It helped me labor with that back labor. With back labor, it is so, I can't even put into words how painful it is. And the only thing that helps you with the pain in your back is counter pressure. So David would push on my hips or on my lower back, and I can't even explain that experience. If anybody has ever wanted to know what a peaceful, loving birth experience is like, have it at a birthing center. They didn't bother me at all. They use such calm voices. They're such sweet people. Sarah was one of the faces that I saw first. Claudia, and then my 2 midwives. I had Nancy and then Lisa, and I completely love them. I want to insert the clips throughout my laboring process so you guys can see how it is. They literally are like, you fall in love with them. That's the only way I can explain it. They're such nice people. They use calm voices. They said, Sherelle, you're in such a great place to give birth and have your baby. Like, that's how they speak. It's so calm.
Take it really slow, okay?
Okay, really, you got this, girlie.
Hey, how are you?
You got this, girl. Dave, you need anything for me to get anything out of the car right now that you're gonna need?
You can wait.
Okay.
Do you have a sedative for the husband, or?
Oh, Dave, you need your swimsuit?
Yeah. Claudia, will you grab the ball?
I'll get it.
The other one in that room?
Okay.
She doesn't need
If
it.
somebody else is using it, it's fine.
No, we don't have to. I think you're good.
Nope, I can't do anything.
Okay, okay. Whoa, they're fast. Very fast.
Go, you're good.
No, you gotta press. Oh. Oh. Oh.
There you go. A little more right here at the tailbone too. You can press back into our hands if you need to. That's okay. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? There you go. There you go. You're right here. This is a safe place for you to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good safe place for you to have your baby.
Oh.
There you go.
It's such a different experience than I've had, obviously having my own baby, but being in the room with my sisters, that it's such a difference. Like, they don't bother you, they let you birth and labor by yourself and listen to your body. They do come in and monitor the baby. They put the little heartbeat monitor on your belly just to make sure that everything's going okay, but they don't like barge into the room and, you know, your legs are flying open, gowns are, you know what I mean? You feel very comfortable. To birth, I actually had a bra that I found at, I believe it was like TJ Maxx. It was a Daisy Fuentes bra. I'll show you guys. You'll see it in the clip. It was so comfortable to birth in. I was in the water, and I was obviously bottomless because you can't really have bottoms on when you're giving birth. Going there, I also had like a bathing suit. It was a Tommy Hilfiger one piece with that crotches that snaps at the crotch. I wore that just in case I wanted to walk around in labor. And then I bought a black robe to walk around in as well. So just to make myself comfortable. Anyways, back to the story. When it was time to go, I'll insert the clip here. I know I have to edit it down so YouTube won't kick the video off. But David actually got in the water with me, and Shayna was outside videotaping, and I'll just let the footage speak for itself. It's such a beautiful experience.
Can you see baby can you see on the video?
Yep, thank you.
Pretty amazing thing too. Oh.
Good job. You're doing it, bro.
Wow, Sherelle.
We're there. We're there.
This is a rare baby because this is what's come out in the stingray.
Most babies do not. Can I take a picture with your...
Special,
You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Here, I'll hold that for you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Oh.
So special, really.
Okay.
Okay, really.
Oh.
Okay, coming out more.
There you go. Right here.
More and more.
Ow.
There you go.
Ouch.
I'm right here.
Ouch.
That's
Yep.
it.
Ah!
That's it. That's it. Not too high. Not too high. That's it.
Oh my god. What is it?
Good boy.
The boy? Yay! Hi, Papa! Hi, Papa! Oh my god! Oh, Mama's vagina! Oh my gosh! Hi, baby. Oh my gosh! Yay! It really hurts my vagina.
I know it does. So bring baby down just a little bit.
Okay,
You can sit on your bottom. You want to get your legs out? Are you okay? Like your face.
Look at my baby!
Turning down a little bit lower and on you. Just because of the cord.
Good job, Riley. You did it. It hurts. It hurts a
Yeah,
lot.
it always hurts.
Daddy got you and mommy got you.
Look at this bag. You came out this, dude.
Ouch.
That's rad.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hi, bro.
I'm pulling against your skin here. Or her, I don't know. Did you see? Yeah, they're ready. Got him and I'll get it dry away.
You did it, man.
Oh my god. What time is it? Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, not just. So he's out in the water.
He's out in the water.
Oh. 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 Yay, Riley, baby's coming home today. I did it.
You did it.
So do you get it, mommy?
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, Father.
Good job, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Hey, what?
He's not drowning, right?
No.
Are we sure?
He's right on your
Check
chest.
him, check him, check him, check him.
Listen to him.
I
Talk
got
to
my hand
him.
by the water.
Hi. Hi,
He'll
brother.
talk back to you.
Oh.
There you go. And you can feel
Probably
his
good.
cord pulsing down here.
I did it. You did it, Oh my God. You did it. But my vagina.
It always hurts. It always feels not awesome.
Father, we give you thanks to you, Lord Jesus. We thank you for this, Lord.
You did it, Riley.
Thank you for
I
this.
knew I was going to have a boy. I knew you were a boy.
Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord.
1402.
Good job, baby. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Good job.
Guys, meet Denver.
Welcome, Denver.
Hi, Papa.
itself, it's such a beautiful experience. I feel like I'm such a warrior to get through it. It was a natural birth. When I say natural, meaning no drugs. Natural vaginal water birth, and you just feel so invincible after. It's okay. And at 4:12, I welcomed my beautiful son, our beautiful son. His name is Denver Casanova McFadgen. He is just a true blessing, and I love him so much. You can bring him, babe. I'll show him. Look it. He is 6 weeks old. And actually in the water when we were giving birth, David and I caught him. It was really cool. And he's actually such a unique baby, I would say, because he was born in the sac. It's called Encaul, E-N-C-A-U-L, where the baby is born in the amniotic sac. You will see a portion of that in the video. Quick hands. Look at this face. My water never broke. Like I said, the only way I knew that I was in labor was from the mucus, the bloody show mucus, when I first started to labor. So this is him. He is every bit delicious. Look at these feet and these little hands. And you guys can let me know who you think he looks like. Myself or David. He's just such a blessing. I love him so much. Oh no, Papa, no. He's got my little nose though, I think. But I wrote a birth announcement. If you guys want to check that out as well, I can leave the link below. I literally could not stop crying when I was writing that because I just felt so blessed. I went through a really tough time through my pregnancy, and I had such a peaceful, loving birth, and I couldn't ask for anything more. So I love him. And I thank my midwives so much. They're such a blessing. They literally, if you have a midwife, know a midwife, even your nurse, if you didn't give birth at a birthing center, give them a hug, because those women, they may not know it, but I know they're a part of my family. They're a part of my story, and I love and I thank them so much. What's so cool is what my midwife Nancy, when I got in the water, she put her arm like in the water to monitor the baby, and I smelled Egyptian musk, and she doesn't know, but I wanted to tell her without crying. It was too much for me at that point. That was a scent my mom always used to wear, and I felt like that was a sign. If you guys are into that, that was definitely a sign of my mom being there in that moment with us. And you'll see in the video, I was in active labor, or pushing labor, for about 12 minutes. I actually did not push him out. I breathed him out. I was reading a lot, breathed him out. I was reading a lot of articles on what to do not to fight your body. You just kind of feel like you have to bear down, and when you say bear down, it's kind of the same muscles you would use to poop. So yeah, hopefully you guys really enjoy this. I feel like if you know anybody that's doing a natural birth, don't call them crazy, call them brave, because it definitely takes a team of people, a support system, but more than that, know that you can do it. And I had to, with every person calling me crazy, I had to reassure myself. Every morning I woke up and I said, you can do this, Sherelle, you can do this, you got this. So best of luck to all those mothers out there that are about to give birth, or if you can't really make your mind up about if you want to do a birthing center, trust me, it is the way to go. My healing was absolutely amazing. But I know I'll have some postpartum videos up as well. If you guys want to see that, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully all is well with you guys. I'm so glad and blessed to be back. Remember to be blessed, well dressed, and not stressed. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. And I must give a huge thank you. I thanked my midwives for all the work that they did, but I really, am I gonna cry? I can't cry. I really have to thank my amazing sister.
Yay!
And my beautiful husband. If you guys were on the journey of this whole pregnancy with me, you know it was the hardest thing I had to do in my life. And to have these two support me, and my little niece Leia, to have those two support me and be such a ray of sunshine, literally in the cloudiest months, it really helped me get through it all. And to them, I thank them so much. I hope I didn't snap at anybody. I actually was really peaceful for somebody. Shut your faces. I was very, very peaceful for somebody that was in labor. And I only labored for about 7 hours, I would say, from beginning to end. Only, right? At one point, I did stand up and say, guys, and look around, because I was like, oh my gosh, you do have a fight or flight feeling within you that you're like, I'm not sure if I can do it. But then I had to take a deep breath. I sat back down in that water, and it was literally game time, maybe 5 minutes after that. I think it was just my body saying, let's get it going. But I really thank you guys so much, and I love you so much, and there's not enough thank yous and I love yous, and I owe you these things that I can say. But thank you, and I love you so much. But
Love you, Rally.
I did it, guys! I did it! Oh, he was 6 pounds, 8 ounces, and he was 20.5 inches long. Beautiful, 10 fingers, 10 toes, eyes working, reflexes, just amazing. So if you guys have any questions about anything birth related or what I went through, if I didn't touch on it, if the video didn't touch on it, please ask down below. This is a community of support that we show each other, that we love each other, and that us women can do it. Instead of competing, let's cheer each other on, you know? And listen guys, if I can do it, you can do it. So I'll talk to you in the next one.